and welcome back or welcome to my channel. My name is Brittany and today we're back with another Shop My Stash video. I upload these weekly on every single Tuesday. We're starting off in my used like mini palette slash bigger palette overflow drawer. I just need to put up this Lime Crime Plushies Sweet Blends palette. It just looks like this if you didn't see it last week. And I don't think that I used any of these colors on their own. If I did, I will put that on the screen now. But I really do love this chocolate milk shade. This blueberry is a really good blue. This is good for like blending any color out or in the transition. And that's a really good pink as well. So I love every single color in this little mini palette. I got it at TJ Maxx or Marshalls for about $3. So that was a good deal. And I'm gonna put this one up. I'm gonna pick something from my older palette drawer, but not in this drawer. So that's all for this drawer. The main older palette drawer. And I forgot to tell you that I will be showing those looks for that mini palette later on when I put up the single eyeshadows. But this week I want to pull this palette. I'm just feeling like pinky, mauve colors. I'm gonna be in a rush because I've got to finish the training that I started last week. So I know that I could put any of these in the crease and then just like that, or that, one of those four. And you got a really good bold look. So yeah, so we're gonna pull this one in it. I didn't know if I said it, but it is the Huda Beauty Nude palette. And that's all for this drawer. Okay, so now I'm in my new drawer, and last week from the new drawer I pulled out this ColourPop Villains Collection, Do I Look Like I Care? The Glitterly Obsessed. I actually used this, and we'll talk about that when I get to my singles drawer. This week from this drawer, I'm going to finally pull, this has been in here since I think I started my channel, if not very soon after, the Urban Decay Afterglow Highlighter in Aurora. I am going to pull another highlight, but it's going to be a liquid one, and I think that this pinky color would go well with it. Let's do a swatch. Yeah, I think that'd be a good topper. I am going to try it on its own too since it is new. I want to see how it performs on its own. But we're going to pull this, and that's all for this drawer. My everything face. It is in a bronzer, blush, highlight, contour drawer. Last week I used the Too Faced Peach Perfect, and I liked it. I don't know, something was different this time. The combo that I used, maybe, I'm not sure. So I didn't love it, but it was okay, which was weird because the previous time I pulled it, I absolutely fell in love with it. I'm conflicted on whether to pull this and get some more use out of it for my project pan, since I did find what combination works well for it, but actually I'm going to just go with this. I haven't went with this in a while. So we're going to pull the L'Oreal Infallible Pro Matte. What I don't like about this is the coverage. I like everything else except for the coverage. It's like a light medium coverage. Not really medium buildable, like you're just going to get medium out of this. But for the sake of rotation, I am going to pull this. I hope I don't regret this because of that training I have to do. I like to feel confident in my makeup. So we're going to pull this one. But just because that doesn't give me the coverage, I am going to also pull this Maybelline Superstay. Remember the last time that I pulled these two together? It was really heavy, so I'm going to pull a more moisturizing primer, and maybe that will help. But we're going to pull the Maybelline Superstay Full Coverage Powder Foundation and Layer. Haven't pulled that in a while. And then I'm not going to throw it back in my drawer, but I'm not going to use it. I'm going to keep it setting up so I can mark it for my updated project pan. But I'm going to put back, essentially, the Becca First Light Priming Filter. I like this. I really think it would work really well as like mixed into a moisturizer for when you go to the gym. But yeah, not going to use that this week. I am going to use, I haven't used this in what feels like forever, but it's the Bobbi Brown Vitamin Enriched Face Base. I'm going to pull this one, and hopefully it will help with how heavy these two foundations are going to be. So I'm going to pull this one. And then for concealers, I'm going to put up the Too Faced Born This Way Multi-Use Sculpted Concealer. I hate this as a concealer. I don't think that I'll ever use this again unless the Revlon Color Stay comes into my life. It was horrible. It aged me tremendously. I was thinking about maybe using this as a foundation because this isn't really a brightening color for me. I've heard people use concealers that they don't like for under the eye as foundation. So in the future, when I don't have a training on the weekend, I will be pulling this to test it out as foundation. But for now, we're going to put her back there. And I'm going to pull my Becca color corrector and my Hello Fab Bendy Avocado concealer. It's not my favorite, but they're okay. I need a new concealer. Let me know your favorite concealer that's like not creasing or drying in the comments below, because I'm going to have to break down and get one because I'm not loving any of mine currently. I'm going to keep in my Revlon Photo Ready. Like I said, I have a training. I will be traveling, so I don't want to carry that big, bulky Urban Decay All-Nighter. So we're going to keep this one in. I think I want to keep in, just because playing with that foundation, I want my setting powder to be trustworthy, and the Cover FX Perfect Setting Powder is definitely a trustworthy powder, so I'm going to keep this one in. And that's all for this blush, bronzer, highlight, contour drawer. So I'm going to keep in, as I do every week, the Kat Von D Shading Light Contour. I use that middle shade to set my under eyes. Let me know what you use to set your under eyes, because I don't want to keep pulling this big bulky item, especially when I'm traveling. I just would like to not do that. And then I'm going to put up my MAC Jeremy Scott Mixtape Volume 1. Has a really pretty bronzer blush highlight. I use that highlight on my inner corner a lot. I just love this. I mean, I love this for like its convenience of being a 3-in-1, but I also like it because it's amazing. And that highlighter is like in my top favorite highlighters. For contour, I think I want to use this one. I haven't pulled this Too Faced Bronzed Peach. It is a cream product, and it just looks like that. I really enjoy this. I was scared of it at first, but I like it. And then for bronzer, I'm just going to pull out this little baby one that's in my project pan, the Too Faced Chocolate Soleil. I'm really trying to use this up because it's not my favorite, and I've gotten a lot of bronzers in my collection that I really love right now. For blush, we are going to get some more use out of that Project Pan MAC Well Dressed. I think it'll play well with that Huda Beauty palette. And for highlight, I know I have that Aurora one, but I also want to pull this Benefit High Beam as a layering product. I like this on its own, but I would want to see what it would look like with that pinky color, since this is like a pinky color. So yeah, we're going to pull the Benefit High Beam. And that's all for this drawer. Singles drawer. I must say, my singles was a success this week. I'll go ahead and put the look that I got with this Stila Glitter and Glow and Gold Goddess. I just used that chocolate milk shade from that little palette, and it was stunning. And with that brown tart lippy, I was in love. I could have wore that over and over and over again. The next one I'm going to put on the screen, I think I wore this twice. If I took 2 pictures, I will put it on the screen. But it is the Stila Glitter and Glow and Kitten Karma. I will say, out of all of my glitter and glows that I have, this one transfers the most to my cheeks. Doesn't matter what you do, it's staying there for like days. But I did like it, so I wore it twice. And I just, once again, used that chocolate milk shade on the outer V and in the crease. And then I put the all pink color all over the lid. And then I used this Disney Villains Collection by ColourPop in Just Your Voice. I'll put that look on the screen. I used the blue color in the crease and all over the lid, and I believe I put in that brown shade in the crease as well to deepen it, and it was just gorgeous. I will say these Jelly Matte shadows are harder to use than the Stilas, but I think I like them equally. It's a different ballpark. Like they're not comparable, honestly. Now the surprising product, I used my Glitterly Obsessed, and I'll put that look on the screen. Funny thing is, I got that blue all over my eyes, and I was like, man, this is really pretty. And I was like, oh gosh, I have to use that Glitterly Obsessed. You pulled it time and time again, haven't used it. And I was like, it's not eye safe, Brittany. So you know what my best thinking was? Let's have it as liner. Get as close to the eyeball as possible, I guess I was thinking. Yeah, I liked it. I do feel like it it took a lot of work to even get what you see, and maybe I would pull it again and try to get some more use out of it. It's not that I didn't like it, I just feel like it needed to be thicker, but it was hard to even get it to show up like that. Just, I feel like it's a product that needs to be like scattered and dabbed on and not try to create a line with it. We're gonna put that back. And this week I'm going to pull, just to pair with that palette, this Maybelline Color Tattoo. I'm really trying to use up my, use my singles. This is a really cool champagne color that I think will go well with some of those colors in that palette. And then I want to keep in my Too Faced Brow Envy. Stay tuned to see how much product I've used. I will tell you I've become an absolute pro at this product and I am thoroughly enjoying it. The Smashbox Full Exposure. It is time to call her quits. She is taking way too much time to get application. It's gone. She's gone. It's been gone. Like, I really had to try going over and over and over and coating to get them all coated this whole week. So I'm gonna set this to the side and it's going to go in my empties. And I think I'm going to pull something I enjoy. I didn't really enjoy that one. So I want to pull my Dior primer. Love this. With my Smashbox Super Fan. I'm not sure if I'll keep this one in until it's used up because I feel like there's a lot of product still left in this. But I do want to give myself a break from mascaras that are like on the verge of drying out or that I don't enjoy. So this is like an absolute fave. So going to have those two back in my life. Another product that got used up this week, the Kat Von D Tattoo Liner. Just out of nowhere one day she stopped and then I was like, oh no, maybe I just need to shake it up. So the last day that I wore this, you can maybe see in the picture, I got one on and then the second one, she was not going there. I had to like keep on and keep on and keep on. Yeah, she's definitely used up 100%. So for liners, I did use this Urban Decay 24/7 Glide On and Goddess. It was with that blue not color tattoo, that blue Villains Collection Jelly Much Shadow. Or is it Jelly Much Shadow? Yeah, Jelly Much Shadow. And then these two, so I used this and then realized it was too pinky. So then I went over with this and I had to go over it so many times that it irritated my eyes so bad I had to come home and like wash it off. But I'm going to put those back. I did use both of those. I'm going to keep in my Urban Decay Primer Potion. Who knows how much we have left of that. It goes on forever. And do I want to pull a... Actually, I do want to keep this one in because I am pulling that pinky palette. So we're going to keep in Hot Pants. It's a hard candy pink chrome liner. Just look like that. It's in a project pan, so it's time to get some more use out of it while we can. And for felt tip liners, I'm just going to pull the Tarte Sex Kitten felt tip liner. And is that all? I feel like I was all over the place, but I think that's all for this. In the lippy drawer, the only lippy that I have, and I'm going to keep it in, is the Kat Von D one that's in my project pan. I'm going to keep that one in to use. The two others, the brown one, you've seen with that brown look, it's in my car. And then that pinky color Kat Von D one that you've seen, it is in my pocket of my jacket. So neither of those to put up. Since that is a neutral color, I want to pull a pinky color and then I want to pull like a more vampy, like red color. I forget what color I used with that palette in the past, but it was a really deep color and I really, really liked it. Maybe it was like a purpley. Purple. Let me look through here and then I'll show you what I've narrowed it down to. Okay, so I've got 4 colors. I'm going to swatch them and look at the palette and see which one. So the first one is Jeffrey Who. So let's go ahead and get a swatch out of that. I was thinking about that one for my more pinky color. And then the one that I'm putting up against that is Jeffree Star in Doll Parts. And it's more of like a blue toned, I think, pink. And then I have Unicorn Blood. I've got to pull that palette to see if it will match. I'm really trying to use this one again before spring gets here. It just looks like that. Like a really sophisticated red. And then I've got Jeffree Star and Triggered, which there's some more purpley colors in that palette. And maybe I was thinking about this palette, this color that I pulled that was more vampy. So there they are. Let's get the palette and see which one suits this palette. Okay, so here's the palette. Here's the swatches. Definitely pulling triggered. I feel like Unicorn Blood is not the right tone, and I feel like it's more of a Jeffree Who moment than a Doll Parts. So let me get those. We're gonna put up Unicorn Blood, that red color. We're gonna put up Doll Parts. So we are pulling Triggered, which is this color, and Jeffree Who, which is this color. And I'm excited about that. And that's all for this drawer. Let's look at all the items that we pulled. Here's an overview of all the items that we have pulled. I'm excited for those lippies. Excited for a new mascara, man. That one was really rough. I'm excited for all the blush, bronzer, highlight, contour shades. Not excited for that foundation. Like, I'm really regretting that. I didn't think that one through. Excited for that Huda palette. It's really easy but very beautiful. Excited to finally pull that highlight. And I'm glad I remember that Maybelline color tattoo. All right, and don't forget to let me know your favorite concealer in the comments below. I really, really need that right now. Thanks for watching. Bye, guys.